Too long didn't read Spanish, definite and indefinite articles.
Wow! It dances! Who dances? It dances! Don't you see it? No. Can you be more specific? Oh, bummer. If only there were a way to tell someone what thing I'm talking about that would tell it the number of things and the gender of the noun. If only Spanish had something like that. Whoa, definite articles. Here are the 4 different ways you can say the in Spanish. For masculine nouns, if you have one thing, like el caballo, a caballo's horse, so if you have a horse, el caballo, you would say el. If you had more than one thing, like animales, you would say los animales. If you had something that was feminine, like a pear, pera, you would say la pera. If you had more than one thing that was feminine, say like personas, you would say las personas, the people, las personas. So whenever you're saying the something, you need to have one of these words before your thing.
Hey Care Bear, what can I do if I want to say a woman or some women instead of the woman?
Just look at the board.
The key thing to remember here is these are indefinite articles. The way that I like to remember what indefinite is do I definitely know what I'm talking about? Am I saying the woman? No, I don't. I'm saying a woman. So it might be one woman of these 3, or it might mean a woman of all of women across the world. I'm not definitely sure who I'm talking about. Same thing with some. I'm not saying the Smurfs. I'm saying some Smurfs. So I'm not speaking for all the Smurfs. I'm just saying some Smurfs like to run with dogs, not the Smurfs like to run with dogs. There might be some that don't like to. So here are 2 different ways to say or an. In English, the difference between those 2 is an apple, because that first letter is an vowel, but you would say a pear because the first letter is a consonant. But in Spanish, the difference is masculine and feminine. It doesn't have to do with what that first letter is. So if you're saying or an, and your thing is masculine, say you had a Smurf, you would say un pitufo, a Smurf, un pitufo. Now, if your one thing was feminine, let's say cosa. A thing. You would say una cosa. And the 2 different ways of saying some, if you have more than one thing and it's masculine, if you wanted to say objetos, objects, you would say unos objetos. And if you had more than one thing and it was feminine, like mujeres, you would say unas mujeres.